Oh, yeah. Welcome to Live Inside the Booth. I'm your host, Marlon Lowe. Got another great edition, another great show for you today. We got Johnny Jones of Texas Southern men's basketball, head coach. Listen, they just come off a big-time win this past weekend over Texas A&M up in College Station. Let's bring Coach Johnny Jones into the booth, and let's get started and see exactly what he has to say and how he's going to share his experiences with everybody. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Follow us on YouTube. Hit the share button as well. Let your friends and colleagues know what's going on with Texas Southern Coach Johnny Jones. Here we go. Coach, how you doing?
Doing great. And yourself?
I'm not bad. Welcome to Inside the Booth. We appreciate you taking some time out your day to be to spend with us.
Well, I certainly appreciate you having me on.
Hey, it's our pleasure at the least. I tell you what, first, I want to congratulate you on your 300th victory at being a college coach. That says a whole lot, not only about yourself, but it tells us how many lives and you have impacted in your coaching career.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And I certainly have to thank all the players and the coaches, assistants, and that have been with me really along the way as well. And, along those 300 victories, I mean, I've had a lot of birthdays, Marlon. So we're excited about that, but really excited about the opportunity, as you said, to impact so many lives, hopefully in a positive way, the young men that have come through a program that we've had an opportunity to touch along the way.
No, that's great. That's great. I know I'm pretty sure most of them, they've all learned a lot of life lessons. And hopefully the best thing about it is they know that if they ever need something, they can call somebody with a lot more experience than them.
Well, I'm always here for them 24/7, and that's what it's all about. And that's what we try to really build our program on, a family atmosphere, family environment, unity. And once we touch them, you never forget them. And hopefully you stay connected throughout a lifetime.
Right. Exactly. Now, getting on to basketball. You guys have got 3 wins over Power 5 teams this season. You beat Baylor at Baylor, all on the road too, Coach. All on the road. You beat Baylor at Baylor. You beat Oregon at Oregon, and then just recently you just beat Texas A&M up at College Station. Tell us the impact on those wins and how it affects you, the program, and overall.
Well, as a coach, one of the things we like to do is tell our players the importance of working extremely hard, certainly trying to implement our philosophy into the program. We have a great group of young men that are in the program. We got the job back in July, which was late, and now trying to really mesh these guys really together to get them on one accord. It takes a lot of work, and I've been blessed with a really good staff that work tirelessly to try to make those things happen. Fortunate to have a group of guys that we feel like they've welcomed us with open arms, also bringing in some new guys, and that's been really exciting for us. But those victories have meant a great deal to us because we could show them that their hard work is really paying off, that some great things are in store for them and happening for them, and anything can happen when you go out there and play extremely hard and you execute at a high level. But the big thing is we always, not just those victories, but some of the games we feel like we let get away. Those are things we point to as well as we try to build our program going forward.
The small ones that get away, everything's about look piece by piece, and it's learning experience as you go. Now, Coach, I'll say this. Not taking anything away from Oregon, but you guys have 2 big-time wins in state. How does that affect your recruiting? Are those recruits starting to answer the phone a little bit more now?
Tell you the difficult part of it, Marlon. Everybody don't really understand or know really about Texas Southern and what it stands for, what it represents, or the tradition. We've been in somewhat called recruiting battles and talking to kids and families early on in the process when we got here, and we're sure if this was the right level or whatever form, and they was looking for something higher. We're fortunate, though, that some of those same people are calling us now and wanting to come on board and be a part of what we're doing because of the success we've had. And that's what we've got to build, and that's what we've got to get to, that people certainly look at our program, and it's not a stepping stone, program in any step of imagination, you should want to come here, be a part of something special, have a chance to win. I think those wins help prove that being on the road, and that's something that we can certainly point to that's a positive for our young men, especially when we're sitting in homes or high schools and we're talking to kids and parents and AAU coaches. All those things are important. And so the proof's in the pudding. We've been able to win. So if they come here, do the right thing, and they get another collection, a good group of other guys around them, special things can happen for them right here at Texas Southern.
That's a great culture builder. You guys are doing a great job. And speaking of great jobs, let me put it out there. Just recently, Mike Davis did a great job of bringing back the TSU program with likes of Robert Moreland, Ronnie Courtney, and Tony Harvey. With what you're currently doing as well, is this now a place that some really good high school prospects can look to as a mid-major option?
Well, I can just tell you, we tell them that this is a great opportunity to come and get a full scholarship, that you can leave here really tuition free. You don't leave here with debt because you've got an opportunity to get a scholarship. We play at a high level. So, we allow people to maybe pigeonhole us and put us in certain places, low major, mid major. We're telling we're a Division I basketball program, and it's not like football. We don't sit around and wait for the people to vote on those last 4 teams that got an opportunity to play for a national championship. When we throw it up in November, we've got an opportunity. If we've got the right squad out there on the floor, if we get hot in down in March and get to the NCAA tournament, if we can win 6 games, we're just like anybody else. We become national champions. So that's the beauty about playing Division I basketball, and that's where we are. And again, we don't try to pigeonhole ourselves. We've got top-tier Division I players on our basketball team, and what we want people to look at us, we want to be different. When people look at Gonzaga, they don't look at them as a mid-major program. When you look at successful programs out there, and not that we're Gonzaga right now, but we want people to start viewing us as a really viable basketball team that's capable of winning anywhere at any time, and playing a really good conference in the SWAC at the same time. And we're in the city of Houston, 4th largest media market in the country. And so it's a special place and a great place to get an education. So we think that this is certainly somewhere that kids should certainly look to because of all the exciting things that's happening around us and the tradition, as you spoke about, from Mike Davis and the other coaches prior to me arriving here.
Now that goes a long way. That goes a long way. I love how you even put that out there for us, saying, look, we're not trying to. We just want people to know that you can come here and win at all levels. Now that's big. It's not about the level, but you can win and have an opportunity to come get a great education. Coach, you've been at North Texas and LSU as a head coach. How has coaching thus far at a SWAC school given you a different, or has it given you a different perspective on head coaches in leagues like the SWAC and the MEAC conferences? Has it given you a different perspective or outlook on those coaches?
I'd tell you, being in Baton Rouge for all those years and as an assistant coach, being just across town from Southern University, I had a great relationship with Coach Ben Jobe. Used to spend a lot of time with him there in Baton Rouge, having a chance to go and eat maybe lunch with him, spending time in the gym when we were out recruiting. He would spend time with him on the phone. So I got to know Coach Jobe extremely well. My wife's a Southern grad as well there in Baton Rouge. So with all that and saying all that, I'm being familiar with the SWAC, familiar with some of the challenges that it's supposedly that are posed out there because of the fact that you may not have some of the things, obviously, that other schools have. The great thing that I like to talk about is really here, one of the exciting parts of taking the job is you've got great facilities, a nice arena, really nice weight facility. Our locker room is extremely nice. Our video area is extremely nice. We travel first class. We got our own bus. So a lot of great things are happening for us. And other places I've been, we didn't have our own bus with the lettering on the side and the makeup and our driver that we knew that was going to be there 24/7 or whatever for. So there are a lot of positive things here that I didn't have in other places that we were. But the thing that I've learned, you've got to make the best of where you are and what you're doing. And when I was at North Texas, and that was my first head coaching job outside of being at the University of Memphis, doing the interim head coaching deal. And when people would talk to me about other programs, I always tell them big time is where you are. And I thought that, being at North Texas at the time, it was big time. And being here, I can assure you, at Texas Southern, this is a big time situation for me. It's a big time job. I couldn't be more excited than being here. LSU, obviously, I was excited about being here, but I couldn't be happier in the position I am, impacting the lives of the young men and the support that you get really from our administration, and how excited our fan base has been. Sitting there at the Texas A&M game the other night, coming off the floor and seeing our fans in there welcoming our guys off the floor, that certainly meant a lot that we were able to engage with them prior to going into the new year. And it certainly meant a lot to be able to perform that way in front of our fan base.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now that you're having success, do you think you can build and sustain the program by maybe eventually working in some high school kids along with the transfers and JUCO kids that you have to kind of help mesh that together like that?
That's the main thing. We've already, one of the things we did in the early period was sign the high school kid. That's the first thing that we did. And that was the first business in order. We want to make sure that we do a great job of integrating our basketball team the right way. One, bring in some young guys, and we're hopeful that we could have less of the transfers later and start building more with people that our community able to connect with and connect to, that we've got some 4-year guys that people continue to hear their name year after year, and something they can really have an opportunity to hang their hats on. But at the same time, we've got to be fair to our school and to our team, and to compete at a certain level, we're going to have to continue out there in the transfer market and in the junior colleges, and to keep our program strong until we can get on that solid footing with these high school kids. But certainly we're going to recruit the high schools as hard as we possibly can, and been in the gyms and everything else. But the big thing is trying to get these kids on campus so they can have an opportunity to see, feel, and touch the success that we're having, the facilities here, the guys here that are in our program, so they can really see themselves and put themselves in this unique and great situation that we're in here.
I tell you, the city is excited about it. I've heard a lot of people communicate about TSU, and every time something goes on, people send messages. Hey, did you see what TSU did? You see how close they are, where they at? So that's exciting to see, because it lets you know that I'm not the only one who sees this. So, last question, Coach. I'll just tell you this, or maybe two questions in one. How excited are you now that you're about to get a bulk of home games? And what would you want your fans to know about this team as they're coming out to support?
Well, big thing is, I can't tell you how excited we are to eventually have some home games against some viable competition, especially in conference, and that's where we are now. Our fan base need to understand there'll be a lot of Saturday, Monday games or whatever for us, and they need to come out. They don't want to miss it. These guys are going to do a tremendous job. Our guys understand that they play for our fans, and it's important that our fans come out and support them, because these guys are going to dive on the floor for loose balls. They're going to play extremely hard. They're going to compete at a high level, because at the end of the day, they know that who they're playing for, and that's certainly our fan base, and that's who at the end of the day they want to see go home happy. Only thing I can tell our fans is you don't want to be at work on that Tuesday and people coming in telling you what they've missed. So you better come and be a part of it on the front end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Coach, I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to coming to some games myself and just supporting everything that you all are doing. It's great for the city. It's great for the community. Just the basketball fan base in Texas Southern across the country. Like you said, you signed some high school kids and some kids that a lot of people in the local area and even in the state recognize, support, and respect. So that shows that right away that you're trying to make an impact. And I know that I can only speak for behalf of myself, but I know a lot of people appreciate that and are thankful for you for doing those things. Good luck the rest of this season as we continue to go forward and move into SWAC play into the conference. Coach, if there's anything you'd like to say as some departing words, love to hear you.
Well, I just want to, first of all, thank you for having me on. It certainly means a lot to me that you'd have us on. And big thing I want to say to our Tiger fans out there, make sure you come out and support us. Look forward to seeing you. Please get a schedules, pull us up on the internet so you don't miss games. And we'd love to see you here and see your face in the place, and go Tigers.
Coach, we appreciate the time again. Enjoy your day. Happy New Year. We'll see you soon.
Happy New Year to you and all the Tiger fans out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, there you have it. Head coach Johnny Jones from Texas Southern University. Listen, that was a great conversation. Talked about his wins. He talked about the recruiting of interacting and putting high school kids together along with the junior college and the transfer kids that he had to continue to galvanize the fan base. He's picking up where Coach Mike Davis left off and Coach Moreland before that, even Coach Courtney. There's been some very good high school guys, been some very good college coaches that have been in the TSU arena and coaching those Tigers. Look, this is Marlon Lowe. Make sure you do us another favor. So hit that subscribe button right there on the link so you'll know when we are interviewing Coach Jones again and some other coaches, along with a lot of local talent around the state. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for all your time. We'll see you soon. Inside the Booth.